Okay, we've got the management of Oriental Bank of Commerce. He as well joins us. Hi, sir. Is my voice reaching you, Mr. Bansal?
Yeah. Hi.
Okay. We'll be joined by Lata as well. Just before that, could you tell us one quick reason why the asset quality has weakened so much on a sequential basis, and if you can fill us in on the numbers of what the slippages and restructured assets were?
See, because of some slippage have taken place in agriculture sector, about 227 crore out of this 1,000 crore, and one major road project close to 260 crore has slipped to NPA category. So all these two factors have contributed more than 50% of the total slippages.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Bansal. I just wanted to know what exactly is the total slippages?
More than 1,000 crore, 1,014 crore.
Okay. And how much were the restructured assets this quarter, and therefore the total restructured assets so far?
The total restructured assets so far is 9,500 crore. This quarter we have added 350 crore.
Okay. Is there anything by way of upgrades or recoveries that is lessening the burden?
About 1,100 crore worth of bonds have been issued in two discoms, UP and Rajasthan. Haryana is yet to issue. So because of that, the restructured book has come slightly improved from 12.36% to 11%, the total impaired asset.
Okay. Are you expecting more states to join in now?
Haryana is still to issue.
Okay.
So when it comes, then another 350 odd crore will go from the restructured book.
Okay. But it's only these three states, other states you don't need to do much restructuring?
See, we are in 4 electricity board. Punjab has opted out. Punjab says they don't need it. And in fact, they have come in profit for the first time.
Okay.
So we are believing that they will manage their resources well.
Okay. Fine. What about the others? UP has already signed up with you.
UP has already lined up and they have issued the bond also. Rajasthan has also issued the bond.
Okay.
Haryana is expected to issue before this month end.
All right. There are no problems with Tamil Nadu. You are not a banker to them.
Tamil Nadu, we are not there.
Okay. Okay. Generally, what is the sense you're getting, Mr. Bansal? Therefore, are the worst of the problems behind you? Or do you think you can still get some big one-offs, not just you, the banking sector itself, in terms of NPLs?
See, Lata, the environment remains challenging. Yesterday you were there in the policy, after this policy meet was there. The challenge still remains. Although a lot of projects have been cleared by CCI, but still none of these promoters have come to the bankers for asking for the loan, because first of all they have to put in place their share of equity, and only then they will approach the bank. And once they approach the bank will sanction, they will take their own time, and then naturally the project will start taking shape only after 6 to 9 months. I think a lot of challenges are there on cash flow front. Okay. And Reserve Bank of India has scaled down the GDP growth prospects also. I think environment remains challenging.
Okay. Well, I think we haven't even got your margins. What are your net interest margins this quarter?
2.87. It has improved by 8 bips from 2.79 to 2.87.
2.79 was last quarter, Mr. Bansal?
Last year, I'm talking of on YOY basis.
Okay.
Last quarter it was close to 2.84.
Okay, okay. So you have had a maintenance of margins. How do you think the current quarter will look like? Would you think margins will be under pressure, or you will manage this 2.85, 2.87 types?
See, Lata, we will be in a position to manage this 2.85 because of 2-3 reasons. Number one, now out of this about 1,000 crore slippage is 227 crore worth of slippages have taken place in agriculture, and most of our branches are in the state of Haryana and Punjab. Monsoon have been very good, and I think a lot of these assets will stand upgraded within the next 30 days. So interest reversal, which has taken a big hit this time, about 150 crore in the first half year, which will come back. Second, of course, this major account which has slipped to NPA category, I think some recovery will happen, and if not upgraded, at least on recovery front we will be little bit comfortable.
Okay.
But margin-wise, this one-off hit of 108 crore on treasury will not be there.
Okay.
And now bond yield, which was at 8.77 on 30th of September, is now trading around 8.55.
Okay.
I think some relief on that front. So the profitability will be reasonable.
Okay. Well, finally, how about growth, Mr. Bansal? What have been the advances growth in the current quarter, and what do you think you might end the year with?
See, two aspects. On sequential basis, we are flat from since March onwards. On YOY, we are growing at 9%. And we have kept this deliberately at low level because there are a lot of challenges in the environment. Good proposals are not available. Of course, our retail is growing at 15%. Our priority sector is growing at 11%. So it is much above the overall growth of the bank. Our large corporate books have grown only by 5%. We would like to achieve growth close to 14%, which is the guidance as per Reserve Bank of India, within which we expect that retail will grow close to 18% to 20%, agriculture will grow close to 15%, and then large corporate book can grow at 6 to 7%, and we will be able to manage this 12-13% growth. We are not chasing credit aggressively.
I understand, sir. So finally, a question. Yesterday after the credit policy, all bankers were somewhat confused as to whether they will push up their deposit, whether they will bring down their deposit cost to attract more deposits, whether they will push up their lending rates. So many parts are moving. You had a higher repo, but you have had a lower MSF, and you have had a little more money coming through the 7-day, 14-day repo. What's your best guess? What are we going to hear from the banking sector, or even from you? Will the next news be a hike in deposit rates? What should we hear from you, or will nothing move?
See, Lata, all these three steps taken together by Reserve Bank of India, reduction in MSF rate, increase in repo rate, and making more money in the term repo, I think all these will be neutral and the bank cost will remain at the same level. As far as deposit is concerned, of course it is a worrisome factor, but fortunately credit offtake is not much. Only those banks who are pushing credit aggressively, they will be under pressure to raise deposit rates. But as far as OBC is concerned, I can assure you, as far as lending rate, we will not raise our lending rate for at least next 45 days. We will watch for another 45 days till 15th of December. Why I am chosen 15th of December? Because that is the date when the tax outflow will be there close to 50,000-60,000 crore, and then we will see how the liquidity is there in the system. Only then we will take a call, and by that time something will be clear on credit front, whether the credit is, we are growing at 12%, 13%, or we are remaining in single digit. Only then we will take a call. But as on date, we are not going to increase our deposit rate, because that will unnecessarily push me on margin front, and this 2.85% or 2.87% margin is required, absolutely necessary, because some profit is required to sustain in the long run.
Fair point, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Bansal, for joining us with that many-sided perspective.